Hey, what's up? We are so happy to have you with us. The number 6. Could it change your Christmas? Could it make your Christmas even better than ever?
It's very important you know this. The number 6 is important, but it has nothing to do with Tony's hat.
Yes, I am wearing a hat today. There was a Christmas accident at the house. I don't want to talk about it, but I will say that all the hair was taken off the top of my head.
If you saw Home Alone, Joe Pesci, that sort of a deal.
It is really uncomfortable. I'm hoping it will all be back before the next episode.
And it may grow back with the help of number 6.
That's how big this is. So stay with us. Hey, glad to have you back for another edition. We're counting it down to the holidays. In fact, we have some holidays officially underway. Hanukkah is happening.
Oh, yes. And now it is time for our tribute to the lovely holiday.
Enjoy. Thus ends our tribute to the lovely holiday of Hanukkah. May you have a wonderful holiday to all of our Jewish friends. Okay, so now for those of us who are Christmas people, counting it down, and we've been giving you updates, and mostly us, you're too busy.
Yeah.
I got nothing to do but watch movies and TV. That's all I do. So we watched a couple more of our holiday movies.
Yes.
When Harry Met Sally, which isn't technically a holiday movie, but there's a couple of scenes, and it ends in the holidays.
Yes, it ends. It's a good New Year's movie.
Yeah.
The other night, Rachel's mom was here and had never seen it.
Oh.
And I'm like, we're going to watch When Harry Met Sally. And she goes, can Lily watch this? I'm like, sure. I haven't seen it in years. We watched, they were in the car going to New York. And I'm like, okay, this is over. Like, you're done with this, Lily.
Give it's time to me, Sheldon.
Yeah, I was done, out.
That's awesome. You forget those things, though.
I do.
I'm haunted to this day by taking my son, who was about 12, to see Anchorman, which was PG-13.
Yeah.
We're 10 minutes into that movie, and I'm sitting there, I've made a huge mistake. One of my worst parenting moves ever, but live and learn. What are you going to do? So anyway, then the other one that we watched, and this is not like a mainstream movie. You may have not heard of it. It's called Fat Man. We watched it for the first time last year. It's on our list now. We watch it. It's an off the beaten path, very unique spin on Santa. It stars Mel Gibson as Santa.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people have trouble with him, problems with him, and I get it. If you haven't forgiven him, totally cool. But the movie's really good.
Okay.
And I don't want to give anything away. I'll just say it is a absolutely unique spin on Christmas and how Santa operates and what goes on. If you like Walt Goggins from Justified,
yes,
he plays one of the bad guys in it. It's just a great story that's a lot of fun. And when it's over, you're going to go, wow. It's kind of like watching Bad Santa, where you almost feel like you did the opposite of celebrating Christmas.
When does Jake come in?
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is exciting. You're here for the first Jake and the Fat Man drop.
CBS classic.
There is no Jake. It's just Fat Man.
Oh, just Fat Man was the follow-up, kind of like Sanford, After MASH, where they didn't. It just didn't have the magic.
If we had been in charge of the networks, that would have happened tonight on Just Fat Man. God, I wish we had been older in the 70s so we could have had a say in something.
Or just had access to Robert Conrad and been able to say, hey, dude.
Wouldn't that be something? Imagine that criminal mind.
That was Robert Conrad, right?
That's Robert. William Conrad's the thin one from Wild Wild West and Baba Black Sheep.
Or vice versa. I think we got it reversed.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That is Bob Conrad. You're right. William's the fat one.
Yes. So for those of you wondering at home, Jake and the Fat Man is William Conrad, who also went on to be in Cannon.
I think Cannon was before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cannon was before.
So just do the research yourself, but you'll be glad you did.
And then there's Conrad Bain from Different Strokes.
Yes.
Conrad Janus from Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
I think we've covered most of the major Conrads.
Yes.
Okay. This Conrad update brought to you by, I don't know.
Holly McRae, Home Marketing Group.
Why not? Okay. So, and then as far as other things going on, and I haven't promoted this on the YouTube thing because it's just a fun thing I do a couple nights a week. But if you have AMP, the app.
Yes, I've been seeing this. You're having so much fun with that.
Well, we were in radio forever, and we're certainly, it's like I said the other night on AMP, if a great opportunity came up, who knows? But I'm having so much fun doing this. I can't imagine. But it is fun. AMP is a really cool thing. It's an app. You download it, and then people across the world do live shows, and there's all different kinds of shows. Music and talk and sports and all this kind of stuff. So I started a channel and I've got like a whole 4 followers, I think, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, I know we're not here to knock radio. So in other words, you don't need radio anymore. You can just find anyone around the world I could come on there and just say, I'm only going to play classic parody songs.
Yeah.
Like Disco Duck and Rappin' Rodney and the Where's the Beef song.
I'm sure your numbers would skyrocket.
I bet they'd be huge.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. If you are into that, if you already have the AMP app download it on your phone and you want to check it out. Like I said, right now I'm doing about 2 nights a week in the evening Eastern time, and I always promote the show on our social media, so you can check it out there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. And then you have actually started watching the show we talked about that neither of us have ever seen.
It's Rachel's kind of show, and she was like, "Please watch it." And I'm like, "Okay." White Lotus.
A huge show, yeah.
I'm 3 episodes in, and I'm still not sure what I'm watching.
Okay.
It's interesting, but I'm like, okay,
You have like a basic storyline.
like the opening scene doesn't get acknowledged again. So it's like it's all leading up to what the opening scene was.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out where it's going and what's happening. But I've got 3 more episodes, and then I'll be through with season 1 and know kind of more.
Oh, it's only 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's and then there's the special White Christmas Lotus.
Holiday edition.
Yes, the holiday edition.
Well, like I said, I've talked about it. I've only seen one scene from that show, and if he had a Santa hat on, that would have been quite a scene, because it was just him being, pleasured, I guess. Is that the right way to say it?
Okay, well, I haven't seen that yet, so.
Oh, yeah. There's not much to see except his behind.
Oh, well, that
girl is
doesn't.
hidden.
That doesn't interest me.
I was saying, that's your thing.
Pass.
Okay. On the subject of movies, a sequel, 13 years, I think?
Yeah.
In the making. Avatar, Way of Water, finally in theaters this weekend.
And the reason why it's taken so long is he's filmed like 4 of these sequels. He's done with all the filming, but he's spending all the time on the special effects for them.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, he's 70 now? So, I mean, for the rest of his life, these movies will be coming out.
Is he just not going to make any other movies? Is this just going to be his project?
This has been his baby. Like, he wants to tell these 5. It's like George Lucas with the Star Wars movies back in the day.
I get that.
And he said the effects weren't ready, so he waited, and then now he's filmed it all, and now they're doing the effects. And
in the we keep referencing is James Cameron.
Yeah.
Titanic, and of course, if you saw the original Avatar, I haven't seen it yet. I'm kind of like with Top Gun. When Top Gun was big in the 80s, I never saw it. I didn't see it until...
Yeah, we had to make you. It was like some kind of bet or something on the show.
Yeah, the 2000s. And I kind of feel the same way about Avatar. I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah, I don't either. But I'm thinking about breaking down and watching it just so I can see these sequels, because I think they're going to be massive.
Yeah. I don't want to die.
I would rather see True Lies 2, 3, and 4.
Right? So anyway, it's out there. It's just out this weekend. It's already been nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture. I think it's already made like a couple of top 10 movies of 2022 lists.
Mm-hmm.
So the critics clearly love it.
Avatar 3, The Way of Water pick. That one's
boy,
really.
It's a pun-filled show today, isn't it?
I'm in the mood. Radio guy.
Great. I'm super. I wish you told me this before we started. I would have been sick today. Well, it is official. It's been something we've been talking about, or I've been talking about on the last few shows. I said, if Yellowstone doesn't get things straightened out, I'm done.
I'm 1 episode behind you, so no spoilers.
This is not really a spoiler because, and here's the thing that made me upset about it. It lends nothing to the story.
Okay.
I've said it. It's been a challenge to watch, even when I was really liking it, because of all the animal action on the show. A lot of unnecessary stuff they show. A lot of dead animals they show. It doesn't move the story forward really, and I don't care for that. I'm a huge animal.
Yeah, I can't
lover.
stomach that. Like John Wick, I love, but that dog scene kills me.
That's terrible. I mean, Katie won't even. She'll watch the movie after that, but she leaves the room if I'm watching it, and I don't like watching it either. But here's the thing. You've been saying, Katie, bring him back. She's off. She said.
Wow.
She said the words, "Turn this off." That's it. I'm not watching this anymore.
Wow.
In the last episode we watched, which I think was, last weekend, I guess, in the first 5 minutes, for absolutely no reason that I could see, and maybe they came back later in the show, but no, I don't believe that. A guy just shot a dog for no reason on camera. The dog was barking at him, and he was a Secret Service guy, so he shot it. And I'm sorry, I don't know what Taylor Sheridan's deal is with animal violence.
That's coming back, though. Somebody's going to get him. Somebody's going to get that guy.
He didn't have a line. He was an extra. So no, he's just some random guy. I don't know what happened. It doesn't matter what happened because I don't watch shows where they kill dogs for no reason. John Wick, I didn't like the scene, but it was pivotal to that story. Not the case here. So I'm off Yellowstone. I'm not watching it anymore. To those of you who continue to watch it, enjoy. But I think they have jumped a big shark with all the animal violence on that show. I'm just not going to be a part of it.
Okay, good for you, taking a stand. I, on the other hand, am desperate for entertainment and will continue to watch.
Well, my thing is, like it matters. I got news for you. If you're one of those people that ever wrote a television station or wrote a comedian who told a joke you didn't like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Sorry.
Our boss used to in San Diego call us in and be like, okay, here's the complaints you got this week. This one, trash. He goes, this one was pretty well written. If it was well written and nice, then he'd be like, you might want to call them back. Yeah. That's the way they view it. So, especially when you lead with, I quit listening a long time ago or watching a long time ago, and all of my friends did too.
Just happened to come across.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't care.
I got news for me. If this guy's ever apologized to you, he didn't
It's
mean
fake.
it.
I'm one of the best fake apologizers there is.
That is
period.
good. Chris, don't be like
I'm
that.
sorry.
Sorry, that's good. See, look what he does. A skill.
That's a whole other episode we're going to do where I'll give lessons on that.
On a heavy note, but we definitely felt it was absolutely necessary to mention this. Ellen's DJ Twitch dying of suicide at only 40 years old, leaving behind a family. One of the most tragic things.
And it's, again, you don't know. Because, he's smiling in every picture, just this gorgeous, fun-filled smile where he's just likable. And it's just so sad.
A friend of mine lost a relative to suicide, and she posted multiple pictures of this person laughing, smiling at parties, and said this was the last week before they killed themselves. So you don't know what somebody's going through. Be there for people, be friendly to people, be kind to people. There's no way to know. There's no sign. They don't wear a sign around their neck that says, hey, I'm about to do something terrible. And it's not a selfish act. It doesn't work that way. And I think people are misguided when they believe that. We talked about it before. My own son made an attempt. He's doing great right now, but he's still battling that disease. Depression is a disease. And you just don't always know what's going on. Look at Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have known how he was feeling inside?
And again, there's a national hotline now. And it's that time of year, too, the holidays. It gets tough for people. But, here's the number.
Use that if you need to. Be there for people. Reach out, check on folks that you love and that you know. And then just real along those same lines, and then we'll get to something lighter. But we have a friend here, well, several friends, at a particular VFW post.
Great folks.
And his name is Barrett. And he's the promotional officer for the VFW. And they sent out a mass press release. And I got it via our Tony and Kris text line, which we've talked about before. And again, you're welcome to use anytime. Numbers on the screen there if you want to ever give us a text or a call or a voicemail. And I thought I'd read part of this because I think it's so true for those who have been in the military, those who are in the military. We certainly see an uptick in suicide this time of year, especially in those men and women. So I wanted to share that with you real quick. We're rebuilding our post. It reminds me during this holiday season that veterans of all branches suffer from injuries and loss. Suicide rates among us rise dramatically. When a military member goes to war, we get damaged, much like our building to an extent. Mentally, emotionally, and physically, we're hurt. We're fighters. That's what we do. When we come home and we're told, stop, put on the brakes, it's sometimes devastating. I'm putting out the message this holiday season, there is hope to rebuild. We're encouraging combat veterans locally, state, and nationwide to join your Veterans of Foreign Wars post. You can be rebuilt by joining and talking to the combat veterans who have been right where you have been. Doesn't matter what war, campaign, or theater, we've all been there. Sometimes it seems we still are. It seems impossible to truly come home. With that said, I say to all who receive this message, you are not alone. Your brothers and sisters in arms are here. Suicide is not the answer. We made it this far. Let's keep going together. What a lovely message. And so wonderful that they sent that out because it's sometimes, I think, for people just nice to know that someone understands.
Yes.
And is thinking about you. So we're there too. We think about you. That text line that we gave you, we're available. If you feel any problems and you can't reach out to 988 for some reason this holiday season, send us a note. Send us a message. Now, let's get uplifted now. That was something. How is the number 6 going to change your Christmas?
Oh, number 6 is important.
Okay, so the graphic, you see my wish list at the top there, and you put your kid's name or whoever. And then underneath it, something I want. This is the big ticket present. This is the thing that, whatever.
Yes.
I got to have that whatever is hot this year.
Like the Tickle Me Elmo, the big deal. Is that it? Or is that still a thing?
If you took your DeLorean back to the 90s, yes, that might be the big thing. Something I need. So this is a hobby item, some kind of sports equipment or a necessity.
If you're a guy, new underwear. We just read that stat the other day. That's a good stocking stuffer every year. And throw out the old underwear. That's the key.
Something to wear. So this is clothing, shoes.
Oh, okay.
So that might go under there too. Some kind of accessory, something like that. Something to read. Now this one, I don't know about you, Chris. You've read some books though.
Yeah. Pop-up books.
Book, magazine, comic books, whatever. Something to do. So this is an outing of some kind, or maybe you go to a movie or
Top Golf or that kind of a thing.
A game or some kind of adventure, whatever you have.
Escape rooms. Lily loves escape rooms. Love
that. Katie, one of my wife's coworkers said they were going to a murder mystery party this weekend.
Okay.
So those kind of things. And then finally, something for my family. This is something that everybody does. Same kind of thing as the something to do, a game, a movie, an outing, an adventure, but it's something that the whole family does together.
First aid kit, because everybody fights. No,
That may be the way to go. So 6 little things. And instead of, having to concentrate on piling up the presents and everything, this way you get them to really think about what they want. And maybe instead of grabbing that thing that's going to be unpopular in about 5 minutes,
yes,
you find some gifts that can really stick with that person.
Yeah, and they're a little more heartfelt because there's a little more thought going into them.
Yeah. So if you've ever done something like this before, drop it in the comments and let us know how it worked for you. Or if you think this is the stupidest idea you've ever heard,
We'd like to know that.
you may also still drop it in the comments. Those are both equally welcome. All right. So let's get to the last list. Harry and Meghan, the big thing on Netflix.
I just do not care. I'm sorry for here. Everybody's all upset, but I mean, I think she was trouble when she married him. I think he's upset because he's never going to be king. And I think they're doing a money grab and they don't like being told what to do. So it's like, go do your thing.
I'll never see that. I just don't care. I'm in the same boat. I don't care about the royals at all. I don't understand what the fascination is with that.
Well, I mean, we have a fascination with the Kardashians, so
I don't get that either.
at least the royals have like college educations and were in the military. And
I mean, they definitely have done some things, but I mean, they've also done some horrible things. I mean, let's not even get into colonization, but I just don't understand why we, who broke away and won that war, are so fascinated with this.
I have no idea.
Family. Anyway, so that's on Netflix. I don't know if you're watching it or not. Office holiday parties. I guess these are still a thing.
It doesn't seem like that companies would put money into them anymore. But now the trend we just read a few weeks ago, the trend this year and next year is, oh, we're family. Let's do more functions together. Let's get along, because they want employees happier, because they're asking employees to do more work for less pay. And they're trying to disguise it by making everybody feel like, oh, this is part of my family, because they can't keep employees anymore because everybody quits now.
Well, I got news for you. Forcing me to be friends and family with people I work with is not the way to do it.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a TikTok, actually.
Yes.
This, I think, is perfectly laid out, and this is exactly how we feel.
Tyler, I wanted to make sure you're coming to the holiday party.
No, I'm gonna come up with a lie as to why I can't. Probably a family emergency.
We would strongly encourage you to come. Notice how I said we, showing that even though me and you work together, I'm actually on the side that controls your life.
Is it mandatory?
No, this is just a fun little get-together. We do strongly encourage you to come, though.
Does my employment depend on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so it's mandatory.
Here at Generic Corporate Office, we want to build a sense of family. That way you underlings will work for cheaper.
Why does this company pretend to try to fulfill all my needs? Can't I just work 9 to 5 and get paid for it? I don't need friends, family, love, and fulfillment at this place. I get all of that outside of here.
Well, I don't.
I already give enough of my time to this place. I just don't want to give away any more for free.
You're a great worker who puts his head down and gets the job done every time. AKA, you're 100% replaceable in my eyes. I'm just looking for people who pretend to like me and be my friend, so I can enjoy my time here as much as possible before I retire.
So you don't make decisions that are best for the company, but what's best for you. Maybe this is like my family. Should I bring wine or cheese?
Wine. I need to be drunk to tolerate stupid underlings like you.
All right, I'll see you then.
All right, I'll see you later. Denise, you bought the child-proof medicine again. What did I say about that?
And follow those guys. That's great.
Very funny stuff. We worked for a guy who is just like that.
Exactly like that. I mean, the first week there, they told us, they said, oh, he's the guy that used to bring candy to school to get people to be his friend.
Yeah. Sad, but boy, did we learn that was true.
Yeah.
Over the time we were there. Speaking of Office Christmas parties, if you've never seen Office Christmas Party with Jason Bateman.
I have not.
Oh, you've never seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
It's just stupid and fun and awesome.
Okay.
And Jason Bateman being his best.
Okay.
I absolutely, totally raunchy fun for Christmas.
Love it.
Yeah, definitely on our list for sure. And then I don't watch Good Morning America because since we don't do morning radio anymore, I don't get up until about 10.
Oh, I got the tea on this.
Yeah, spill it, baby. What do you
Okay, the hosts are suspended now. At first, they said they weren't going to suspend them because they each were cheating on their spouses with each other.
Oh.
And everybody, oh, well, this was going on after they left their spouses. Have you ever noticed how many people get divorced and within days are dating someone and they're like, oh, this happened after we had split up.
This was how timelines work.
This was not while we were married. This was after it was over. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, they've been seeing each other, but now it's come out that the guy has also slept with 3 or 4 other employees of Good Morning America, producers and makeup people and stuff. So now that's turning into a thing. So you make it, they've both left their spouses for each other. So now you got to wonder what Amy Robach's doing, going, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I got to see all these other people that you've been with now in the building every day. And so there's that. And now ABC has suddenly said, this is a distraction. We're taking them off the air while we do an internal internal review. And what it is everybody's mad going, hey, this is wrong. So I don't know how they're going to get out of it.
He's making Matt Lauer look like a good guy.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I didn't know all that. So thank you. I just saw it like a headline. I was like, what is going on over there?
Their ratings are up though.
People love that stuff. Who knows? Will we find out that this was all a setup somehow? I don't know.
Probably.
And then one more thing, lover or hater. and love the song or hate the song, but Mariah Carey made some history.
Oh no, what
All I
now?
Want for Christmas Is You. It has topped the charts again for the 4th year in a row. So that makes her, I believe, the only artist in history to take the same song and bring it back to number 1 4 years in a row.
And now it's a thing.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the teens and the early 20 folks, they want it to continue. So now this will be a thing every year. Like, oh, it's time for Mariah. That could replace. I mean, when I was a kid, you always, when you heard, is it Crosby, White Christmas?
Bing Crosby,
Or,
yeah.
everybody was, oh, now it's Christmas. That's, to me, was the one. And then, there's a couple songs here and there, but that was the one that's the Christmas song. I think this is a couple of generations song. I mean,
Well, like in the 80s, I mean, and now they've made a game out of it, but Last Christmas by Wham, and Taylor Smith covered it as well.
I think 20 years from now, the Mariah song will be, that was my song growing up, the
I mean,
Christmas song.
Shoot me. I like the song. It's catchy as hell. I'm a fan of this song, and I only have to hear it the one time a year, and I can control how many times I hear it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
In fact, I'd like to close the show with it today. My rendition. All right, maybe not. That's it. We're finished. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have not already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The channel's growing, and we're super excited about that.
Shout out to our friend Eric, who's a firefighter, and he's personally said he's going to get us 25 subscribers. So we appreciate anyone that goes out and helps us.
If you were all heroes like Eric, you'd be doing that same
Exactly. Be a hero.
We're just happy to have you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. I think we have one more show before Christmas.
Yes.
And so that will be the big Tony and Kris Christmas extravaganza.
Yes.
We're bringing David Bowie and Bing Crosby back from the dead.
Possibly a Santa Claus interview.
It's going to be huge. So we hope you'll join us for that. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.